I remember just listening to this rhetoric and then finally just saying, hey, Mike, F you, and then just hung up.
You get a call from Reggie Bush's representative before you draft him. What was said on that conversation?
That conversation was, so in 2006, our first draft, we've got the second pick in each round. That's based on the record the team had in 05. All right, so they had won 3 games, you get the second pick. And I think the expectation with that pick was going to be one of 2 or 3 players. The Texans were going to select Reggie Bush first. He was the Heisman Trophy winner. And then it was who the Saints were going to take. But the night before the draft, the Texans chose Mario Williams, a real good football player. But that changed things very quickly, unexpectedly, honestly. And look, the draft never ceases to amaze you, so you prepare accordingly. And now, you know, we're back in the office the next day, and look, we got a handful of older scouts talking about trading the pick. We weren't going to do that. We had an opportunity to draft a real good player, and a player that we had a vision for, I had a vision for, and a player that was going to help us win a Super Bowl, but at that time, someone that was going to be different than Deuce McAllister and yet effective. So Reggie's got an agent, Joel Siegel, who does a great job, but he's got a marketing agent, Mike Ornstein, and obviously when you go from what looked like the prospects of a good market in Houston, and then at the last minute, you know, when you're the marketing agent, you're thinking about, is there enough money? And quite honestly, the region is a poor region relative to some of the other bigger markets. And so Ornstein was trying to orchestrate a trade, or at least talk to the Jets. Anybody would listen. And again, this is my first draft, and Mickey's like, well, coach isn't going to be interested in making a trade. You know, I know he wants to stick here. And so Mike's like, let me talk to him. And, you know, and I had never met him, and he's on the phone, real condescending. And you have to know Mike now. He's someone that I've grown to know, but holy cow, obnoxious. And this kid doesn't want to come there and play. Coach, I'm sure you guys are building something special, but don't draft him. He doesn't want to come. You know, figure out a way to trade him. And I remember just listening to this rhetoric and then finally just saying, hey, Mike, F you, and then just hung up. So the first 3 words I ever said to him, and we drafted him the next day. And, but that was his love language. Mike understood that, and it was like, hey, you're going there.